They were half ripped apart animal bodies, large animal bodies, like a couple giant boars and a couple deer and some other stuff, mostly blocking the road. Of course, we're in kind of a New Englandish forest. The crew had left the city through the western gate, headed out through the farmland that surrounded the city, and into the woods where they walked for hours on end. And they walked in these trees, maples, birch, 3-4 feet apart, sun shining through the top of the canopy of these trees, occasionally some thick growth that limited visibility in the forest, on a hard packed dirt road that occasionally might show a flagstone buried beneath that told the story of centuries of use leading to its current hard packed dirt form. And as Luna, the animal looking lady, rode on the shoulders of the hippo man, and creepy Ava with her face drawings, and majestic Luce, who looked ready to play a song or have a rapier battle at any moment. They walked through the woods. They saw this pile of stuff. Luna's owl discovered that it was half ripped apart animals with slash marks on it lying in the road. The group was curious but cautious. They stayed far away for a while, but nothing happened. They kept peeking and peering, trying to see if somebody was trying to sneak up on them, trying to see if it was an ambush. Finally, Luce bravely just said, I'm going to walk around this pile of dead animals that's in the middle of the road. And Cyrus said, I'm going to back Luce up. And they started to walk around the pile of dead bodies and the dead animals. And the rest of the party was like, yeah, we're going to get a little closer. And as Luce edged around the dead bodies, or right before she did, who should show up behind them but Baloran, coming riding up on a horse. We can imagine this shirtless halfling on a quite big horse, maybe looking a little too big for him.
Probably just standing on the saddle.
Horse surfing through the woods. Just as the party was about to start walking around this pile of animal bodies, probably only a few moments to exchange words before Luce impetuously pushed forward. What did Baloran call out to the group?
Um, Baloran would probably just be like, I didn't learn anything interesting at the temple. Did I miss anything on you guys' walk out here in the middle of nowhere?
Just as you say that, your horse starts acting a little differently. Perhaps a certain scent was caught in the air by your horse's nostrils. And with you standing on the saddle, it gets a little rough for you as the horse rears up, leaving you trying to catch yourself on the pommel. But thankfully, your items are all in a backpack rather than tied to any kind of saddlebags. Uh,
All of my 2 items.
yeah, just for the heck of it, instead of just cinematically doing this, why don't you roll an acrobatics check regarding this
Oh,
horse?
I hope this goes poorly. All right. What am I? Player. Do I have to rename my character here? How do I? Yeah. All right. Lauren. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. How do
You're
I?
here. You're here.
D20
Yeah.
and acrobatics +1. I got a 16.
Not bad. Not bad at all. So you don't get hurt, you don't fall prone, and but you're dangling from the pommel as your horse just bolts back the way you came. And you know what? Do you want to try to control it before it leaves, or do you want to let it go? Do you want to go with it, or do you want to let it go?
Uh, Sorry, I'm used to Discord's talk push to talk. I'll probably let go. And just be like, it was too big for me anyway.
The horse bolts out from under you, and you dexterously land on your feet with no animal handling checks or anything to try to stop it. And the horse is like screaming and running. You might be wondering why. Uh, and then you hear Loose shouting as well um, at a certain entertaining noise. Where are you, entertaining noise? Ah, here you are. There is, on the other side of the pile of dead animal bodies, there is a very large creature running towards the party. It's still, a good 60 something feet away, 80 feet away, something like that. But it itself is 16 feet long and 9 feet at the shoulder. A dire bear that is, now that the party has started to squeeze by the pile of dead bodies, it has turned away from the tree that was holding its attention, perhaps occupied by giant bees making giant honey, and noticed the group disturbing its medium fresh kills, and it has started galloping towards us. Its hands, its paws eating ground as it flies across the ground towards the group. Baloran might feel happy that he's not as close to it as the others.
How
And
how close would it be? Roughly 90 feet, 100, 200?
well, you're about to find out in a very specific way, because I would like everyone to roll initiative. And then you'll have a very clear picture of where the bear is. And you guys can tell me your initiatives when you have them, because I'm looking.
I've got a 6.
All right.
14.
Eve has got 8. $13.
All right. All right. We're gonna get this camera going, and we're gonna see what happens. What's going on? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this camera logged in here. Don't want to give it away. Let's see. All right. Join Jake's room. All right, so Baloran is a little further back. Luce and Cyrus are a little closer, and the others are sort of. Oh yeah, Luna was kind of off to the side of the path, trying to hide a little bit, and Eva was sort of medium back.
I was never mind.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I remember saying I would be behind Cyrus, but I was trying to stay mechanically within 30 feet of Luz when he was at the pile of bodies.
Very good. All
Yeah.
right. So, let's see here. So, this is a bit of a battle, but it's also a bit of a mini game of sorts. Um, Part of the map is covered with paper, as you see, because it is a thick forested situation, and it's hard for you to make out what's happening on the road beyond the fact that there is a shallow trickle, a shallow, like 10-foot wide stream of water, very shallow, that's going across the road that you cross on the way to the pile of bodies. And each one of these squares is going to represent 10 feet. It's each one of these squares is going to represent 10 feet. And the bear is running towards you. So let's see. Two of you, whichever two of you would like to, or that the group elects, should give me insight checks real quick. Give you information on what you're seeing here. Who will the two be?
I elect Cyrus and Luna.
Roll them.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll beat that.
All right. So
That makes up for my rolls the other day.
I'm changing your name on there to Luna for now. All right. So between you guys' amazing baller insight, you both pick up that let me spotlight this. You both pick up that this bear is way too fucking strong to fight. This bear can tear you apart in one or two hits. Most people might think that a 16-foot long bear that's 9 feet at the shoulder, they would just assume that at the top of the inspection of said bear. But you know, adventurers, you never know. But y'all's Luna's expertise with sneaking in and out of things and danger, and Cyrus's time on the sea examining beasts of the ocean, let them both know that this is death. This is a death beast. So, Cyrus, you are first to act. And let me say this, I forgot to say this. So, as I was saying, this is a bit of a mini game. So, I will let you guys use perception or survival or investigation on your turn to try to scope out the terrain that's around you to see if there's something you can use or do to get away from this bear. And so Cyrus, you're up, and you are
I don't think I had the highest initiative, did I?
Sadly.
You said like 13 or something.
Okay, I thought somebody pit me, but sure. Sorry.
Oh wait,
All
Luna,
right.
Luna, you have 14, right?
Yeah, somebody pit me.
Luna, you have
Just
14?
barely.
All right, Luna. So this is you, where you're moderately hiding in some thickety stuff. So what will you do, Luna?
Okay, so at this point we're saying everybody sees and knows about the bear.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore at this point. It was concentrating on this tree before, but now that it's growled and started running at you, very clearly there.
Okay.
And with that insight you rolled, it's very easy to put together that you are standing by this thing's yummy food.
Gotcha. And what were the rolls that we were allowed to do to see the area around us?
Investigation, perception, or survival.
All right. I'm gonna do investigation, which is 18.
Great. And tell me which direction you're investigating in. So you're there.
West.
All right. This way or this way?
Looking for the source of the water.
Okay.
So,
all right. So looking this way, you see that there is sort of a this trickle. It comes maybe from somewhere up here, but this way the water is actually flowing this way, and just a few feet down from you, the ground starts to slope upwards, and the water starts to carve a ravine into the ground, and the water starts to rush and be much thicker than that trickle that was going across the road. So it's a bit of a rushing river carving through the undergrowth right there. So this is a steep incline that starts low here and raises as you get along, and then this is the rushing water, and that's the bank on the other side. So you notice that, and you can do your usual actions, bonus actions, that kind of thing. And movement.
Luna is gonna pull out her crossbow in a panic, freaking out, not knowing anything about the woods, and is just gonna shout out to the group, "Does anybody know if bears can swim?" And just panicking, almost looking like she's gonna jump to the water because she knows it's moving a lot faster than she probably could. And then that's just gonna be it for her turn for now.
All right, and you see this bear running towards you at top speed. You'll not use any movement?
I'd probably back up past the water because that's just like an inch or two, right? Right here at the road.
You mean like this kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, each one of these is 10 feet. So this is 10, 20, 30. That's 30 feet.
And that'll be it.
All right, no actions or bonus actions from the homie. And
No, but she did ready her crossbow.
okay, so ready to action to attack with a crossbow?
Yeah.
All right, Cyrus, you're up.
Can you point to me?
You are here.
And that stuff on the ground just in front of me, that's the food? Or the carcasses?
Yeah.
Say that again?
Those are the carcasses, yes.
Right. I'm gonna look. I'd like to use my my investigation or perception to look to the east.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Oh, yeah. You filled with adrenaline in your hippo-esque body, you try to examine the woods, but you find yourself unable to see more than 20 feet further as you are distracted and having trouble tearing your gaze away from this oncoming truck of a bear. What will you do?
The person next to me, is that Luz?
Correct.
AKA bear meat?
I guess. I don't know.
No. I think we should get back behind the water line, like Luna. And I will start moving 10, 20, 30 feet back, which puts me on the northern shore of that. Yep, go south 30 feet. Bank, bank, bank. Yep. Ding, ding, ding. And I will hold an action to attack it with my glaive if it gets within 10 feet of me.
Okay, and let's not forget about the beautiful dash action, which the bear will now remind you of. All right, so the bear has let's see, it has a speed of 40 feet.
Fuck.
That's 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bear roars at you all angrily. If it was a person, you might imagine it saying, "Get away from my food! I'm about to eat you." And it lunges towards you, dashing along the road towards your party, moving 8 squares as it takes the dash action. As it gets closer, you can see that it has bits of metal sticking out of its back somehow, and its claws look wicked and sharp. Now, were you all holding an action for when it gets into range?
Luna was holding just in case it tries to harm one of her friends. So if it attacks, she will release.
Okay, and
But right now it's just running too, so she won't.
Cyrus, you were holding an action for what?
If it got within 10 feet, and it doesn't look like it is.
No. So, all right. Next up is Ava. What will you do?
I'm I would like to. I'm not sure if this will make him mad. Can I use one of those 3 checks to see how flammable that pile of bodies looks?
Yeah.
Which one would you like me to roll?
Any of those 3 would work.
Okay, so let me. I mean, I think they're all. It was perception, survival, or I think they're all equally bad. So I'm going to roll survival. I'm just kind of seeing how dry or how flammable that pile of dead animals looks.
Sure.
11.
11. It's hard to tell. Maybe one of those giant boars is farting some methane in its death. But it's hard to tell.
Okay.
This sounds like the tell Jake your crackpot scheme kind of moment, so I can make you live this life.
Yeah, so I'm thinking this bear is running towards us, but the only so I'm hoping that bears don't like fire. And I see Cyrus beside me. I think what I will do is I'm going to run over in let's see, that's 10, 20. I want to run kind of around Cyrus, 1, 2, 3 to this 2 squares north of Luna. So like 2 squares left of Cyrus.
You want to run here?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
And as I'm doing that, or before, or whoever, I think just in case I can't see it from here, I want to kind of wave my hands as I'm moving. Hold on, is it? Oh no, yeah, it's verbal and somatic. I am going to. She's going to kind of, as she's running, she's going to kind of wave her hands in the air and fire is going to gather on her fingertips, and I'm going to cast Create Bonfire on the driest looking corpse to try and, make a fire, make some smoke, make something to get him to change his course away from Luz.
All right. Since these bodies don't have a dex check to make, I'm gonna have you roll Arcana just to see how well you place this bonfire amid
Sure.
the 20 feet worth of dead bodies. Are you placing it on the right 5-foot square to cause the biggest explosion of fire?
Sure.
And I just want to reiterate, based on those insight checks, that this bear could easily cause a TPK if not handled correctly. This is true death. And I await. Oh yeah, you're rolling on your screen. Can you just tell me what you got?
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. That was a Arcana 7.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d4 for and have 2 of them be the most flammable bodies and 2 of them be the least flammable bodies. Speaking of,
Sure.
All right, so okay, you successfully ignite a flammable body. Let's see, will that sets fire to some other bodies next to it, and there is a gout of flame on the this side of the pile of bodies. You're concentrating on the bonfire, and the bodies set fire, and there's even like one of the dead deer bursts the way a whale left on the beach too long bursts, and deer innards blast out as the fire erupts, and even the bear looks grossed out. What else will you do? You did that movement and that action. Anything else?
I'm gonna. So I have a clear view of the river and the embankment. Well, maybe I don't because I didn't roll a perception or anything like that. But I'm going to. I will shout. Behind me I'll shout to Luz. Luz, we got to get out of here. And I'm kind of pointing down the river, down the Whitewater Rapids that we're gonna maybe.
All right, and I had forgotten to roll for Luz's initiative, so she actually has a pretty high initiative, so I'm going to let her go next. And let's see, you know what? Just for the fuck of it, she's gonna cast whatever the fuck that's called, Cruel Intentions on the bear. So she's gonna be like, bear, oso grosso, you are the most asqueroso oso I have ever seen. And then she looks at you guys and says, oso means bear. And so she uses insult the bear a lot on the bear, and the bear now has disadvantage on its first attack. And she says, I do this to protect my friends. And then she rolls perception to the southeast, and she gets a 3, so that doesn't help too much. So she just runs 10, 20, 30, and she's like, maybe I should have used my dash action. I don't know. But at least the bear has disadvantage. Also, the bear looks scared of the fire. And all right, where was I? Let's see. That was Ava. Okay, Baloran, you're up.
All right, Baloran is just gonna puff up his chest, his tiny little chest, and he's gonna walk forward at his full movement without dashing, and he's gonna ready cause fear to hit this bear if it comes in range.
Oh man, you guys are gonna die. This sucks. So your full speed, 5, 10. Well, your speed is 25, so we'll just round it up. So we'll go 3 spaces forward, and you're ready to cast Cause Fear. You're gonna save me looking it up and tell me what the range is on Cause Fear.
30 feet.
Okay, that's not very.
I'm sorry, 60 feet. 60 feet.
60 feet. And you are aware that if you ready the spell and it doesn't go off, that you'll waste the spell slot. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So do you want to do a perception roll for scoping out the terrain around you? Free perception or investigation or survival roll?
I'll do investigation to hold on, let me look at it again. To the east.
To the east. Hey Cyrus, you still have the sphere, don't you?
Yes.
17, that's good. That sphere is dope. I want you to forget about the orb of exceeding confusion that was given to you by House Mussover when you had dinner with them. Valoran, you look to the east with a 17, and you notice through the foliage and all the other malarkey of the woods that that trickle of water comes from a lake, a pond of sorts that is at the bottom of a waterfall. And that the water is coming down the waterfall and falling into the lake. And there are little rocks sticking out of the waterfall. And the water is falling and collecting in that pond. It's dripping out of the pond, going across the road, and then slowly turning into a rushing river. Somehow, for some weird reason, that's what's happening. And you notice that through the bushes. All right. You've used your stuff pretty much, unless you have a bonus action. And we're back to the top of the order with getting back on track is Luce. So, Valoran, do you shout out about what you see?
I can say it looks like there's a waterfall to the east. But I don't really see how that's super relevant to the party.
Luce does a perception to the northeast, but her roll is still bad. So she's like, how do we get away from this bear? I, I will run this way. She takes the dash action, and she finds herself at the foot of the waterfall, standing in the pond, and she goes, maybe I can submerge myself here. I don't know. And let's see. Luna, you're up.
Okay. Can I tell if the water flowing is moving much faster than I could possibly run? Like it could basically turn into a super fast water slide.
You can roll survival to understand the river with your mind.
We shall see.
Okay.
Nope.
The water at this point is moving faster than you. Oh, you can't see that. The water at this point is moving faster than you would walk, but it also looks deep. So that's what you can tell right now.
Okay. She will take out a piece of fleece and shake like a rabid dog and say, "Go away!" and use silent image and put it near where the pile is, kind of in the way of the bear, making a replica of the bear standing up and kind of just standing in front of the party, which is a 15-foot cube, so it'll end up being a little bit shorter than the original bear, but close to the same height ish. And she'll follow the lead of her friends, not knowing much about this animal, and dash to where Loose went.
Now, what is so you're making a bear that looks a lot like the bear, and it's over by the fire?
Yeah, so like yeah, it's just an illusion. It has no sound or anything, but it's standing and it's doing that whole puffed up chest kind of thing, just on the other side, kind of trying to block view from the rest of the party where the bear is.
And okay, and so the idea is to block the bear's view and perhaps freak out the bear more.
More redirect its focus, so then we have a bit of an opportunity.
All right, very good. Creative shit happening here. Raise your hand if you have inspiration. 1, 2. Was that a John raise his hand too? I got to put you guys in more life-threatening situations. We're going to use up this fucking inspiration to give you more. All right, so you're moving to the waterfall?
Yeah, I'm following the lead of my friend because I have no idea. I'm dashing.
But you use an action to cast Silent Image.
Right, is dashing not a bonus action for me? I think it is.
Only for rogues! Oh, wait! All right, so yeah, your feet hit the edge of the waterfall pond, and you see the water splashing down. And give me a perception check, please.
Okay. And my perception, real quick, is not fantastic, but it could be worse.
Good.
13.
Okay. The rocks that are it's going to be really hard for this bear to beat this image here. It's got a -4 to intelligence. The fucking you can tell that the rocks that are sticking out from behind the waterfall could be climbed. And looking upwards, you see the lip of a cliff up there. Near the top of the waterfall. So Cyrus, you're up.
Okay. Is my divine senses?
You see a second bear standing next to the burning bodies, towering and rearing on its hind feet. And you don't know that it's not an illusion. You don't know that it's an illusion.
But it's not focused on you guys. It's facing the other way.
What the hell? Having seen Luce and Luna go for the pond, I am going to move 30 feet along the shore there. Let's say I can't see the compass rose. Let's go kind of southeast along the river path. Yeah, let's go thin 20, 30. Jake, what did we decide on the marine layer?
It's like a fog cloud and you're in the middle of it.
And I can't, there's no donut, right?
No,
we did away with the donut.
Yeah. Just fog cloud. I hope no one's blinded when they try to climb a waterfall. He thinking. He using that brain.
Hourglass is spinning. Just a second. Oh, this seems like I hear a little voice in my head saying, "Hey, you've got this snow globe," and this seems like If there was ever a time for a snow globe, it's here in the forest getting chased by a bear.
Oh man, the snow globe is so much fun.
So I'll get out the snow globe and go, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this thing, but let's give it a go.
Okay, so you need to pick a target for the snow globe. Is it the bear? Or what do you want to pick for your target for the snow
I'll
globe?
pick the bear that was running at me.
Okay, Mr.
I don't exactly know what the range on this snow globe is. It's not in the player's handbook, god damn it.
It certainly isn't. So you point the globe at the bear and you use it? Are you picking the bear?
I'll hold my action that if it gets a little I sniffed you out there, you cunt. I am going to hold my action that if it gets within 30 feet of me, I'm going to shake the snow globe vigorously at it and try to get all the little snowflakes to intimidate it and cast this unworldly landlubber magic on the snow globe to the bar.
Boring. Let's see. Whose turn is it? I'm so disappointed. That could have been fun. All right, it's the bear's turn. The bear is still running. He's running up to the dead bodies, and then it sees that the fucking bodies are on fire, and it's like, and it catches on fire on its face as its face goes into the fire. I don't know why I feel like swearing so much today. It fails its dex save. I just keep saying F in this and F in that. It fails its dex save. Roll damage, Ava, and tell me what it is, because it's like a centimeter tall. You're oh shit, 1.
It's a 1.
Okay, the bear takes 1 fire damage on its little snout, but it's very upset and confused as it goes, and it looks at this other giant bear that's towering over it, and it's like, it's never seen its own like here in the forest. It's thinking, why are you 1 foot shorter than I? And it's going to investigate this thing, which it's gonna have to roll a nat. Let's make it a public roll as it investigates this silent image. Although pretty soon it's going to be wondering why it's so silent. But just in this little 6-second period, not good enough. That's 14 minus 4. It's a 10. This bear is like, and it was once bloodthirsty. Now it is on fire and confused by the image. Nonetheless, getting away from this other bear and this fire seemed good. So it'll probably dash towards you guys, but at least it'll only dash a third of the way because it's running through burning dead bodies and it's freaked out by a silent dead bear. Now it's like, are you a ghost? Is that why it's silent?
Is that in range of my spell? 60 feet?
Oh, well, that's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 60 feet. So no, but if the bear did take the dash action fully, that would put it in range of your spell, whereby it would need to make a, what, wisdom save?
Wisdom 13.
Come on, bear.
If it fails, it can't move anymore.
Oh, come on. It can't move towards you. We'll find out. But first, I need to check what the bear's wisdom. Okay, the bear is +2 to wisdom. So I got to roll an 11. Let's do this one publicly because it's more fun. Oh! The bear is scared. You awaken the sense of mortality in this bear. It is frightened of you. The frightened target can repeat the saving throw, blah, blah, blah. It's frightened of you. So frightened of you just means that it has disadvantage on attacking you. This is not the level.
It also can't move towards me.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. We need the level 3 spell Cause Fear to really mess up this bear, but it can't move towards you, Baloran. So sounds like a good reason to move towards it. So you used your readied action. The bear's turn is over. It's Ava's turn. And Ava, the bear looks scared, on fire. There's another bear cowering behind the other bear. You don't know that it's an illusion. All of a sudden, there are two bears.
I'm trying to drag my token. So Ava sees it just kind of run past the fire, and she sees everybody else. She turns around and everybody else is gone. So she is going to dash, 60 feet towards the pond.
All
sure.
Right.
Yep.
There with the other homies.
And she's still concentrating. So for her action, maybe I for my free action or the free thing, can I do the perception on the northeast?
You may.
Okay, thank you. As I run up to the pond, that is a 15.
That's good. So you notice among all the trees and the thickets and shit, a pile of rocks, like a pile of big boulders. They're like 5 or 6 feet tall, and then they have some more big boulders on top of them. And I want you guys to think for 90 seconds because I gotta kiss my wife goodnight. Be right back.
You think they're on a hill? Maybe we can get them to roll down. I think we should just climb.
I feel like bears can climb
Waterfalls?
faster than humans.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of too late to go anywhere else.
All right, so you guys have turned this into what I thought was going to be a TPK into some of the most creative response to this bear I've ever seen. So you've run up there, Ava. Baloran, you're up.
I am going to put myself in between my party and the bear so it cannot approach us.
And Allison, you wanted me to draw the boulder better?
No, I like the Olympic logo.
No, I was doing the quote from Shrek.
The quote from Shrek?
Yeah, where he's like, that's a nice boulder. I like that boulder. That's all that was. Sorry.
And then I'm going to ready my spell. I'm going to ready Cause Fear again in case it breaks free.
All right. I like it. So there you are, and those people are doing that. Any bonus?
I don't have any bonus actions now.
Okay, it's Luce's turn. And did you yell out that you thought those rocks would look climby?
Oh, no. So, well, I was
Luna, when you noticed that the rocks looked climby, did you yell that out to the others?
I think it was Eva that did the perception on those, right?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Never mind that. Sorry.
I don't know. Whoever did you yell it out?
If it was me, which I don't, it could have been me. Yes.
All right. So Luce is like, okay, I will try to climb these rocks. And she rolls pretty well. So she starts climbing these rocks up here, trying to get up to this cliff lip. And she gets like halfway up. And she says, everyone, please keep distracting the bear. I want to live. And Luna, you're up.
Okay.
The silent bear stares back at you, looking over the other bear's shoulder, silently, angrily, barely.
Okay. It doesn't necessarily say how far the illusion has movement other than in a 60-foot area. So I'm gonna guess it would just be a disappear reappear situation
You can
and
use
not
it
actual
to
movement.
cause the image to move. You can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural. You can create an image of a creature and move it, and you can alter the image so it appears to be walking.
Okay.
Says Raw.
And which one is me again? I'm right there at the edge, right?
These are you.
Yeah.
Only you were a
Okay.
Kenku and you could make bear noises behind the bear.
Um. Shoot.
Or if you had a
Okay.
raven familiar that could do mimicry behind the silent image of the bear.
I would like to move it to where it is between the boulders and Baloran, facing the bear. Like it does a quick turn and faces the bear kind of thing. Again, trying to just block the view. Not necessarily, I mean, I guess a little bit intimidating, trying to still do the whole like rearing up thing, but mostly just trying to block view.
You have minor
Um,
illusion?
do I have what? I have silent image. That's it.
You have the cantrip minor illusion.
No.
Okay. All right, so this silent image of a bear silently but threateningly moves over here. And the bear is like, what is up with this giant, silent, moving bear that is standing here now, standing me down, staring me down? That's where you wanted it, right?
Yeah.
All right, there it is, staring down the bear, standing up and staring at it.
Looking like a bodybuilder who wants to show off their muscles, just kind of flexing.
Just silently flexing, very intimidating.
Yeah.
But
Then all of movement and dash for bonus following Luce's lead.
all right, roll athletics, please.
Okie dokie. Let's roll back up. Athletics. Woohoo. It's not great. Even worse.
You scrabble at the rocks but are unable to lift yourself.
I'm panicking here.
Yeah, the water splashes in your face and fear soaks your soul. All right, Cyrus, your turn.
Seeing what's happening here, I will continue to menacingly shake the snow globe, threateningly at the bear. Don't make me use this on you. And I will go towards them climbing people through the water, 30 feet. And I will hold my action for the snow globe. If it makes it through the obstacle course in fear and gets within, let's say, 30 feet of us, I will unleash the power, somehow unleash the power of the snow globe.
Okay. You just have to target something and then use the snow globe as an action.
It's just like shake it.
No. Just use it. Just for you. Just for you, it'll be shaking it. For anybody else, it'll be not. Okay, it's the bear's turn. The bear is like
just a reminder, the bear can't make a saving throw until the end of its turn.
Thank you, sir. So the bear is like it's on fire. It's afraid of you. It's got this other bear that's flexing and staring at it. But it's so mad, it wants your blood. So it's gonna try to walk around the rocks. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8. And it goes, "Rah!" and it growls at the people that are trying to climb the waterfall, and it's gonna like investigate the thing, and it does not realize that it's not a fake, that it still thinks it's a real bear. And then at the end of the turn, it's gonna make a wisdom save, I think.
Yep, DC 13.
It gets a 13. Yes, bear. But guess what? You had a ready to action to cast it again. So you cast it again. And the bear, we'll do this one publicly. Gotta show our cards sometimes when you're throwing murderous bears at people. Oh, that bear beats your second cause fear. And it's still a little creeped out by that silent flexing bear, though. It's feeling a little tenuous, trepidatious, if you will. All right, Ava, you're up.
Yeah. Can I? So, Ava's at the edge of the pool. 10, 20, 30. Who is so the two people climbing the waterfall, who was on the left?
That's Luna.
Okay, Luna. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't reach her. Yeah, I think helping is an action. Well, maybe if I get above her, I can. Yeah, I think I'm going to action dash and climb up to the right of Loose there. So I get 60, yeah.
Sure. You're gonna climb here. You can make an athletics roll.
13.
All right. You can make it halfway up, not all the way up. So you're just sort of hanging off the side of the waterfall with the water like spraying in your face, and bare fear gripping your heart.
I don't know if this would be like if we still get. Never mind. Go ahead.
The water washes the drawings off your face.
No, I was. I think we're done with like the free perception survival checks, right? Because we've explored most of the map where we're at.
Well, I mean, I think it would be difficult to see like 200 feet to the south when you're halfway up the waterfall.
Yeah, no, I'm just. It's more of a question of the map as drawn. Does it like? Are we just climbing up and then it's going to take a path on the left there, or is that like a cliff face? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
There is a cliff face, and when you're from halfway up the waterfall, you can see that there's like a thin lip of a cliff there that you could sort of shimmy along if you get to the top of the waterfall.
Okay. Yeah, I just, I imagine that whole thing where we scramble up and the bear is just walking up the path and waiting for us. So, yeah, that's, I think, so I did my action dash. I don't have a bonus action. I think I'm at a range of maintaining my concentration on that bonfire because it's only 60 feet. I don't think you can concentrate outside of a spell's range, right?
Bonfire goes out, but one of the corpses still stays on fire, flickering.
Yeah.
It smells horrible.
It probably smells like dire boar barbecue.
It's quite gross. Because it's also been rotting.
Yeah. Okay. For some yeah. No, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Baloran.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to go west and try and get out through the raging river, but I want to sneak my way over and or hide, and I'm going to use my inspiration to do it as effectively as possible.
Okay. Well, a hide would be an action for you, right?
It's not like a bonus action. I don't. I guess it would be an action.
Okay, so you can go.
I don't think I've really ever hidden in D&D before.
Yeah, it's an action to hide. You can go 3 spaces south. Like you can use your action to hide, and then you can go 3 spaces west. And that would be your movement. If you use your dash action, you wouldn't be hiding.
If I dashed, could I make it to the fast part of the river?
Yeah.
Then I'll just do that. I'll just yell, "I'll meet up with you guys at the town."
All right, you yell that out and you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you feel the water start to suck at your legs and your buttocks as it pulls you forward, but you're not fully sucked away just yet. But you feel yourself giving in to the spirit of the hydraulic pull. Okay. All right, back to the top of the order. Luce says, "What is wrong with this guy?" And she tries to climb the waterfall. She rolls a nat 20 on the climby, and she makes it to the top of the waterfall. She shimmies over to the side, and she gets out of the way a little bit, and she is good 60 feet up in the air there. She's sitting pretty, and the bear goes, "Rah!" And now it's Luna's turn.
Is it an okay, so I was trying to read it. Is it an action or a bonus action to command my familiar, or is that just something I get to do? Because it says that it always obeys your command.
So the familiar takes its turn either before your turn or after your turn. You can choose whenever you want. And it has its own action, bonus action, reaction, and
Okay.
you don't spend anything to direct it on its turn. That's either before yours or after yours.
Okay. I'll say before. And all I'm wanting to do is to get a higher view, not looking through, but having Comet see above to make sure that there's not another something on the top waiting for us. Um, and that's it. I just want him to fly to the top, make sure that it's clear up there. Um, it's not the best stats to be fighting.
So he flies up there and he sees a clear little lip of a ledge with no creatures up there except for Luce.
Okay. Um, then I will see. Okay, there it is. I don't know. Does it cost anything to dismiss the illusion? Well, I guess I probably should. Well, she can't see. She can't see, so it's not even relevant to her right now, other than just freaking out because she's covered in water, being part cat. Um, so I guess the spell will be dismissed. No, it takes an action to move it.
It's not concentration. Oh, it is concentration. So you can let go of your concentration anytime you want.
Yeah.
But you don't have to.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna if she has can she see because of the water or does she because she's off to the side kind of.
You could see if you turned your head and tried to look back at it. It's a 15-foot tall thing, so
Okay, if she can see, then I would definitely move it in between us and the bear, still facing the bear, still flexing like a dude on steroids. And is going to try to use everything she's got to climb up this thing as quickly as she can.
roll athletics or acrobatics if you tell me your acrobatic story.
Um, Acrobatics is a lot better, but now I got to come up with a story. Um, yeah, she's all I can picture in my head is like when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and your cat comes running in the room and like flips off the couch and just out of a panic of nothing and just like goes insane, jumping around. That's kind of the kind of hysteria she's in right now. So she will definitely be like flipping and grabbing and trying to just like because she's just panicked.
I get it. All right, roll acrobatics. I know this as a cat friend. I know this. Hey, you flip up the waterfall like a freaking cat. And you land up there next to your familiar who gives you a funny look. And all right, Cyrus.
Cyrus sees Baloran go down the river and is like, "Ah, fuck! Baloran, are you all right?" Fuck. I would like to actually use my free perception check to see if there's anything behind where the waterfall is crashing into the rocks.
All right, roll it.
You know, there's sometimes little hidden alcoves and places to get away from bears. How about a 15?
You find the entrance to an ancient dwarven city.
Ah!
Just kidding. Nope. It's you just gotta climb the waterfall. There's no little pocket.
And who's this? All right, who's this waiting to get up here?
We've got you, and then we've got Ava. And...
Oh, that's Ava. Okay. I'm gonna put myself in a position to where I can help Ava up the rock face if need be, and be last up. I'm rear flank here.
All right.
So I will technically, that's my movement speed and my free little investigation. Will continue to hold my menacing snow globe shake if it gets within 30 feet. And then I will, my intention, tell you my harebrained scheme, is to help Ava up the rock face.
Very good. All right, it's the bear's turn. The bear is getting sick of this fucking image of a bear, and it's really like it's getting pissed. So it tries to hit the silent image, and it hits the claws of the bear tearing through the flesh of. No, wait, it's not real. The bear realizes that it's an illusion, having physically interacted with it, and can now see through it. And the bear is really not only he's not angry, he's disappointed.
Like my father in high school. God damn it! I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed.
That's right, and he's a little confused, and he runs through the creature. Let's see. Luce is halfway up the waterfall. Cyrus would take a dash action to get to. I think he's gonna swipe at Luce with his other multi-attack here. And he misses. He tries to grab himself a piece of Rocinante meat, and he doesn't manage to pluck her off the waterfall just yet. And he looks menacingly at the gift and smacks his bare lips.
Is this bear using the Pythagorean theorem?
Ava, you're up.
No, it was a serious question. Did it come within 30 feet?
Oh, yeah. It's within 30 feet of you. You want to use your snow globe?
Shaky, shaky.
You'll watch it double its movement.
Yeah, really. It's the enlarge spell and haste.
So if you what am I making a mistake or I don't understand what you guys are saying. So let me know if
I
I'm
held an action to if it
yeah.
got within 30 feet to shake the snow globe at it.
All right. So you hold your snow globe up and you shake it. I would like you
Aggressively.
I would like you to roll a D100, please.
Fuck.
Like an old lady wagging their finger, just shaking the snow.
You're gonna make me interact with dice, aren't you? All right. I'm gonna do 2d10s.
I can roll a real one over here if you want.
Roll a real one. Do it. Do
All
it.
right.
Do it. Do it.
Here's the real one. It looks exactly like the snow globe does. And I know my image is only a centimeter long too, but I'm gonna roll the real one here. It is a 28. Now we're gonna look up what the 28 means on this snow globe here. Did I close the snow globe paper after you told me you weren't gonna use it? Let's see here. You
After I've
hold up.
held my action the last 4 rounds.
You hold up the snow globe of exceeding confusion. Oh, this is interesting. And you're targeting the bear with this? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. As you hold up the thing and you target the bear with it, the bear becomes suffused in a yellow nauseating gas, the smell of which starts to reach you. It's very stinky. The bear is in a stinking cloud, which it has to make a con save against poison at the start of its turn, or it will be throwing up and stuff and be unable to do things because it's barfing in a cloud of poison. So you have conjured up a stinking cloud around this bear with your ball, and that's the end of the
We're gonna
bear.
go with ginger neutral. Where you? It's called a globe.
The the snow globe of exceeding confusion, Sayama. All right, Ava, you're up.
He's gonna cast Dispel Mute.
Thank you. I think I got halfway up the waterfall last time,
Yeah.
and you said the water. Okay, so it's about 60 feet.
Stop having so much fun, David.
Ah.
So yeah. Oh, and I think Cyrus said he was going to help me, but I don't know if he can reach me if I'm halfway up.
He can help you, but
Okay.
he can't help you now because he used his action, his ready to action. So he's gonna
Okay.
help you in
Okay.
the
No, that's
future.
fine. That's fine. So before I continue my trying climbing up the wall, I'm going to turn around and I'm just going to start shouting at the bear, "Shoo, get out of here!" And I'm going to cast Create Bonfire on it again.
All right. The bear rolls a deck save and it passes. But there's a bonfire within the stinking cloud. And lo and behold, the bonfire burns up all the stinking cloud and it's gone. Just kidding. So there is a bonfire within the stinking cloud. Anything else?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do my athletics check to try and get up the wall or get up the waterfall.
All right.
And I think I'm going to. Oh, you said he could help?
Nope.
No, he
I used
can't.
my-
You're
I-
right
I
because
used-
he used his action. Okay, so I will use my inspiration on that. I can use my inspiration on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh my God. A net one. Oh, yeah.
Good thing you used your inspiration on it.
Yeah, so the previous roll was a 10.
Plus anything?
No, it was 6 plus 4.
All right. You just kind of flounder in the middle of the waterfall as the bear burns inside a cloud of poison. And You're getting a lot of water in your face. You don't have any more drawings on your right cheek.
Oh God. Oh, so that was my action and my movement. I think as a bonus action, I'm going to look down at Cyrus, and I'm going to say, I don't know what gods you pray to, Gif, but because he's the only one at the bottom of the waterfall now, right? So I'm not sure which gods you pray to, but I hope they can. I hope they're. I hope they can save you, and I will cast Shield of Faith on him.
Right on. It's a bonus action, so you can do it. So he's got a Shield of Faith. What's your AC now, Cyrus? Gonna save me from looking it up?
Yeah.
You get +2.
Okay. Well, this is weird.
Too late. I already looked it up. Now you're an
no.
18.
So it's 18, but I have a shield, but I have no one-headed weapon, oddly. So that's interesting. So great. I'm 18.
All right. So Bear's turn. I think the bear needs to make a save at the start of its turn. Yep, start of its turn. Con save for the bear. We'll make it public because it's more fun for now. There'll be plenty of times where I don't show you what it is, but for this, we'll do it. And oh, sorry guys, the bear has a +10 to con. Just kidding. It does have a +5, but that's not enough. I mean, yeah, I think everything from the snow globe has a DC of, I closed the paper again, but anyway, it failed. So the bear starts barfing. You guys can't see it because it's heavily obscured by the stinking cloud of yellowish greenish mist that surrounds it. But you can hear bear vomiting noises from inside the cloud. You can even hear like buckets of bear vomit
Oh God.
from inside and then as it hits the conjured bonfire, you smell the cabbage leaf like smell of the burning bear vomit. And the bear is unable to do anything else but do that. It has to spend its action. Oh wait, it doesn't say that it can't move. It just says it has to spend its action retching and reeling. All right, so I guess it's gonna try to move out of this cloud, but I'm gonna say it's really fucked up by the vomiting, so it's not gonna dash and it's not gonna have an action. But it emerges from the stinking cloud, and stands in front of Cyrus, baring its claws and and vomiting on him. The bear barfs on the Gif instead of biting him. And Ava, you're up.
No, I think I
you were just up. Ava, you were just up. Baloran, we go to Baloran, who is in the river. Baloran, will you give in to the river's caress?
I think Baloran is going to have a change of heart and try and grab onto the cliff face and keep his head above water and be like, wait, maybe this isn't the best idea.
You're not going to let the river give you a helping hand?
I mean, I'm not going to try very hard to hold myself out of the river.
I'm
just going to maybe make an athletics check.
At this point, you're going to make a dex save because you're already halfway in. So let's.
All right. Well, we'll just go with it. He yelled out that he'll see them later, and that's what it'll be. And he just hopes that bear isn't going to come right after him for a quick snack.
You don't want to make a dex save? A dex save in the Midnight Runner save?
But what is the save for?
For the river pulling at you.
I jumped into the river.
Yeah, and then you tried to pull yourself up on a rock. But so if you want to
go with it. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna.
All right, so you go with it. You make a.
You know what? I will make the dex save.
All right.
It's I have a +1.
As the river pulls at your ankles, pulling you down.
Got a
Okay.
15.
You make the deck save, so you can move out of the water towards the bear fracas if you want.
All right.
Or,
So,
or you
yeah, I'll do that. Do I have any actions or anything left, or does that just take everything?
look over here. Try to find out what's in the southwest corner there next to
Yeah,
you.
I'll take a look at what's over there and like kind of climb up that bankment there.
All right, roll perception.
Can I investigate?
Yeah.
Or all right.
Use that noggin. Oh.
I'm gonna can I use my inspiration?
You can. Hey! Hey! Boink. You notice one of the best drawings of foliage ever made by a living person. You notice very large green leaves down there between the trees, among the thick foliage that you had trouble seeing through. You see these big leaves like giant elephant ears, and they stink. The smell of them wafts towards you like excrement. These are some kind of excrement smelling plant with big green leaves. That's what you see. And I haven't moved your dude yet, so where do you want to move?
I don't know how many squares I can move up. If it's just one or whatever, I'll just go southwest 1 square, I guess.
You can move 3 squares.
I've
Or
got 25 movement and I'm climbing out of a stream.
all right, so be it. 1 square it is. You pull yourself out of the stream, the water lapping at your toes. You drag your shirtless halfling form out of the grass, and the smell of poo-poo plants hits your nose.
So, because it was so aggressive of a river, can I totally say it took my pants?
Yeah, sure.
I'll yell out, "Oh shit, my crystal!" And my material component be floating down the river by now.
Oh no. Your arcane focus?
It was my only possession.
Was
Besides paper, one
your
piece.
arcane focus?
Sure, why not?
All right. You love this kind of flavor. So are you wearing
Embrace the chaos.
Are you wearing undergarments?
Of course.
Okay. All right. There you are. Without your arcane focus and without your pants. And we're back to the top. It's loose. Loose. Loose is like, get me out of here. She takes the dash action and runs up this cliff face, and she sees that it turns around a hill here, and she dips out. And she's like, follow me, I think I see a pathway. And she sort of spits down at the bear from above, but totally misses. And Luna, it's your turn. You're standing up there on the lip as well.
Getting up to the top, kind of clearing her head a little bit, not a whole lot. Panic. And where's my Cyrus? What did I call you before? I forgot. Look, I'm even panicked in real life. Citrus, that's what it was. Where's my citrus? And is gonna try to run over and attempt to help anybody trying to climb up. So I guess her hand would probably meet Ava's. Ava.
Are you using your dash action?
I'm easy, man.
Are you using the dash action to get over there?
Yes.
Well, you can't use
the, you can't, 30.
You can't use the help action then if you're going to use your dash action.
No, she can
bonus
action dash.
Bonus action as a rose dash bonus.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then you want to ready the help action for the next time she jumps or whatever. You want to help her climb.
Yep.
All right, you be doing that, girl. All right, Citrus.
I would like to tell you my harebrained scheme.
Tell me.
Um, I would like to throw Ava up into the arms of the waiting Luna, being an 8 foot tall GIF with great athletics. I would like to use my item interaction to throw Ava.
But Ava is halfway up the waterfall, so
Can I shove her? Can I do anything to assist her and get her to safety?
You can also help her when she's climbing by like spotting her.
Is there anything I can be doing on this turn other than, I guess, readying a help action is what I'm doing?
Yeah, yeah. I'll even let you guys double help her because she readied an action, and so you can ready an action too. I will let you double help Ava.
Okay. I'm gonna, as my bonus action, Ava said, mentioned something about I don't know what gods you pray to, and at this moment I'm just going to look up to the stars for guidance, and I'm going to use my channel divinity. But we are going to use, it's called Fury of the Tides.
Oh my! Fury of the Tides.
Fury of the Tides. Once per turn for the duration, when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can choose to push the creature 10 feet away from me.
Oh.
So that I'm going to use that as my bonus action. However, I'm going to hold my action to help Ava up the cliff.
So your attacks are bolstered for the next minute by your bonus action use of your Fury of the Tides. And you've used your action to ready an action to help Ava. And so your turn has ended. And now it is the bear's turn. The bear, no longer in the stinking cloud, no longer burning, no longer scared by a silent image, standing in front of a delicious-looking hippo.
Is it still attacking at disadvantage?
Why?
I think
a while ago it took something that caused it to take its next attack at disadvantage.
No. It is attacking you, and you will face its wrath. It is, and it's going to be terrible. The bear tries to bite you, and it hits, and it does 9 piercing damage. Tell me your total hit points, please.
28. Now 19.
9 damage, so you got 19 out of 28. You are grappled. The bear is holding you in its teeth. As it is holding you in its teeth, it's taking some claw attacks at you. You know the grappling rules. Does it have advantage right now?
No, I just can't move. I have 0 move speed.
It's trying to slash you with its claws, and it hits. This first claw slash does 10 more damage. You're down to 9. And it has 3 multi-attacks, so it's going with the second claw at you being held in its bite. And your AC is 18. It's got an 18, so it's slashing you again with its other claw. And that is 12 damage. And you are unconscious, grappled in the bear's bite.
Can I do anything to help Ava in that sequence?
No. You readied an action to help her. I said you could double help her on her turn. And now you are unconscious. Get at me on the Discord chat, BT Dubs. So you are unconscious and pinned in the bear's mouth. And Ava, you're up. You can roll 3 times to try to pass this check, thanks to your homies.
yeah. I think I want to save Cyrus, but I think it would be foolish to jump down there when he's unconscious. I'm hoping. So the first thing I'll do is I'll try and get up to the top and try and help him from there. I got 3. Wow. So that's a 15.
All right. You finally make it to the top of the waterfall, and you are.
Oh, thank you, Luna.
You're standing in safety at the top of the waterfall, looking down at your friend in the jaws of the bear and a naked halfling way down the river. Anything else you'd like to do?
There is, but I can't hold it as an action, and I need I need the bear to drop Cyrus. So I think the only thing I can do can I do a 60-foot spell? Well, I mean it's 15-foot tall, so and I think you said the waterfall is 60 feet, so I can probably hit the bear from here, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna shout it. It's like my dog. I'm like, drop it, and I will do a sacred flame. It's a Dex 14.
Okay. That fails.
Okay, so that is so there's like the beam of light that comes down out of the sky and strikes the bear. As I'm shouting, drop it. It does nice. 8 points of radiant damage.
All right. This bear has taken 9 points from you so far, and it shakes its head back and forth after everything it's been through, the barfing, the yellow cloud, the silent flexing bear that was suddenly walk-throughable, and it drops Cyrus's unconscious form into the water, and the hills of his hippo body rising from the pond lay there as the water splashes around it, and the bear shakes its head back and forth, affected by your sacred flame.
Okay, so it's dropped it. I'll just, I'll shout down, Cyrus, stay there, don't move, play dead. And yeah, and that's the end of my turn. I need to wait to see what the bear does.
The bear is going to Las Vegas. All right, Baloran, you're way down.
So I'm gonna do something really fucking dumb. I'm going to yell at the bear and cast Eldritch Blast and curse my god for making me use violence to save my friends. I'm going to attempt to get its attention and get it to run towards me, and then I don't know, can I ready a move?
Is this your first time breaking your vow of pacifism?
It is.
An important moment. A very important moment to be recognized.
A very important moment.
Yes, roll to hit as you break your vow of pacifism to shoot the 100 feet between you and the bear with your Eldritch Blast, which thankfully has a range of 120 feet. It would be
21.
Really poetic if you got a crit with it. All right, roll damage.
What is that? 1d10? All right. Seven force damage.
All right, the bear takes 7 force damage as your. What does this look like as it takes?
So it's going to look like the spirit of my body in a almost like black and white, flamey, inky void extends forward and engulfs the bear in a small, like almost subtle poof. Not like an explosion, but like if you hit a dust cloud.
And the bear roars in pain and turns around, looking for the source of this intrusion on its back hind quarters. And
I'm gonna shout and like kind of wave at it and be like, "Fuck you, bear!"
And the bear is sufficiently taunted as it gazes at the naked halfling, which looks like an amuse-bouche to it.
All right, and then I'm just gonna use my movement to just kind of jump in the water.
You're jumping back in the water?
Sure, why not? Let's hope the bear chases me.
All right. You jump back in the water. You're in the water. Okay. Loose is gone. Luna, you're up. You're muted too, by the way.
I cast Dispel Mute. um, Luna at this point is going to go feral. She is falling apart, knowing that the one person she's connected to so far is down and possibly drowning within the water. Did the bear actually turn around, or
Yes.
is it just kind of like halfway?
It did turn around, yes.
Okay. Ooh. She's gonna have a bit of a greenish glow in her eyes and her teeth, almost like a ooze or drool coming out at the thought of possibly casting a spell, but also doesn't want to turn the focus back. Shoot. You know what? She's gonna do it because she cares too much. She is going to make her way back down. She was going to full on throw caution to the wind and jump onto the bear, but since it's turned around, she's not gonna do that. But
Okay.
she can't lose Cyrus, so she's going back down.
What's she gonna do down there?
Is she able to get down, or does she need to do some sort of check to get down?
You can do a check.
Okay.
But if you pass the check, you're gonna fall. I mean, if you fail the check, you're gonna fall.
Well, yeah, but like I said, she's throwing caution to the wind. Even if she injures herself in this, she's just not going to leave him. And knowing that he's unconscious and possibly halfway underwater is not good. Okay, so what do you want me to roll for, or do you not want me to roll?
Roll.
Just a d20?
Yeah, you're rolling athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Roll.
14.
Good enough to not fall. You make it to the bottom of the waterfall.
Okay. She's gonna shoot. He's big, but she doesn't care. She's gonna try to pull him out of the water. Even if she can't, she's gonna try. She's been panicked this entire time. She just can't.
All right. Well, this is gonna have to be athletics. So roll athletics.
Okay. Which is not great. Which makes sense.
Hey!
Whoa, 19.
You pull him out of the water, but he weighs you down, and he's sort of like pressing on you, and you're having a really hard time like trying to carry him. So you pick him up, but you're finding yourself sort of getting pushed down into the water by his body.
Okay.
All right. Is that going to be it for your turn, I think, with all of the stuff you've been doing?
Yeah, I think that'll be everything.
All right. Cyrus, death save.
I don't know if this is going to come through to... Oh, I can just do it on the dice. It's D10, D20.
My main focus is to keep his head above water, even if the rest of us can't.
A nat 1, that is 2 failed death saves for Cyrus as he lays over Luna's shoulder, his hippo head right near her ear, his hippo breath, his gift breath rustling unconsciously against you. And it's the bear's turn. The bear, seeing the delicious snack, runs angrily, dashes towards him. 10, 20, 30. So much more confusing diagonally. 40, 50. Is it all that way? I don't know. I'm gonna go like this. 50, 60, 70, 80. Getting very near to you, and it roars at you and stares at you, Valoran, and hungers for your desnudo carne, your carne desnudo. It hungers for you as it cries out for you, saying, "Yes, pantsless halfling, you will be my snack." And Ava, you're up.
Yeah. So I was gonna do it from the top, but seeing that Luna has just dived down into the water. How deep was that water when we were down there?
Don't go back down that waterfall. It took you way too much effort to get up there.
Ladies, I will feed you in just 1 minute. Ladies.
I think I'm gonna have no. You know what? If she's holding him up in above the water, I think I'll just shout down to Cyrus and Luna, and she's gonna grab at the amulet around her neck, and she'll say a couple of words in a language that no one alive speaks, and there will be like a beam of light, kind of like the one she hit the bear with earlier.
He's not dead yet.
Well, we gotta make sure. We gotta make sure. And it's like a beam of healing light that will shoot out of my hand and hit Cyrus in the chest, and he can get 1d6 hit points back.
What are you casting?
Healing light.
Healing light.
It's a class feature.
Ah, interesting. It's
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna pause here for a second because as organically as this all has gone down, this and as normal as this bear encounter is, because this bear encounter usually happens, Cyrus is actually meant to die today.
Oh.
Because David's schedule no longer fits with this week. He plays in another night of Elenia Toth. He plays in last night of Elenia Toth, and he can't play this one anymore. So I'm really glad that this happened all sort of organically, and he already failed 2 death saves, but his character is supposed to die here. So I want to sustain the suspense as long as possible before revealing it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have him not get healed, and he's gonna die on his turn. And in fact, let's see, is it? It's Ava's turn.
Yes.
Valora's turn. Yeah. So all right, we're gonna wait until, so everybody stay in your character, in your RP mode, in what you're thinking. But when he gets to his turn, he's gonna die.
Okay.
So I invite you to choose a different action.
That makes sense. So I will not check off that feature, and I will. I'll look down and I'll see Cyrus, and he's got like he was in that dyer's bare teeth, and it shook its head, and there's like giant chunks missing out of him. And I will shout down to uh, get back up here, and the well, I guess the bear's kind of far away, but anyways, I'm shouting to Luna to get back up, and I'm kind of lying on the ledge, holding my arm down, so that I can try and give her a help action to get back up, uh, if the bear comes back. Well, I mean, if she tries to climb up.
All right, so you're readying an action to help Luna get back up.
Or giving Luna the help action if she decides to climb back up.
Readying an action to help Luna climb
Sure.
back up in mechanical language. And all right, Baloran. So you're a naked snack. You're not within engagement range of the bear.
All right. So I'm gonna mock the bear and tell him that in real life there ain't no honey if you got no money, and use cause fear on him as I tumble down the river.
You're gonna cast cause fear first.
Yeah.
The bear is so afraid he runs back and eats Luna. All right, the bear actually passes the save. Rolled an 11 plus 2 is 13. But you float down the river, and I want you to make a con save in regards to the rushing waters and the chunks of rock that attempt to batter you.
Oh boy. Yeah, 4.
All right, you take 10 points of damage from rocks that you bang up against over and over again as you go over some rapids and bump into things.
Yeah, I'm at 20 hit points.
Well, that's hella hit points left. How does Cyrus have fewer hit points than you? And
I've got false life on command.
yay! And you disappear off the map.
Alrighty.
Zipping down the raging river, hopefully to safety, at least away from the bear's teeth. And Luna's up. Let's make this decision from a completely RP place, and then
Yeah.
we'll find out what's up with Cyrus on his turn.
They're not completely out of the water, right? They're just lifted above a little bit, but still getting weighed down.
You've pulled his head out of the water, and you're supporting his body with yours, but his body is kind of pinning you down, and you're kind of stuck under him. But you both have your heads out of the water right now.
Okay. Well, as soon as I'm able to kind of lay him on the shore, knowing that there's no way a soaking wet citrus is going to be able to go onto the land. Not with her tiny muscles. She's just gonna shimmy him off to the side so then she can get out from underneath him and check his well-being in a panic. Which I already know the answer, so I guess I don't have to roll unless you want me to roll for RP reasons.
Sure. Yeah, roll. What are you rolling? Stabilize or what?
It'd be like
Medicine
I
check?
guess either medicine or insight, I guess. I
All right,
guess
so
it would be medicine.
you roll something good, and you see that he is extremely slashed up in all the wrong places, blood gouting from his friendly flesh onto the moist soil, and you feel a bit of panic enter your heart.
As if it already wasn't present. um I know what she should do. What she is going to do is, through her panic, starting to cry, 99% sure that there's nothing she can do to save because she's got nothing. Mending ain't gonna fix this.
Loot the
um,
body.
uh, the pendant that they talked about earlier on his clothes, she would like to take that.
The
The starry sash thing, even if that means she has to cut part of it off.
all right. Do you want his snow globe too?
See, I'm sure I should, but she doesn't know anything about that except for the fart cloud. And she didn't even see that happen because she was up the top. So I will say no,
But it's
even
clenched in
though.
his hand, and it looks like this, and you're Luna.
All right, she'll take that as long as she will take that and the piece of clothing that she's got, kind of wrap the clothing around it, quickly put it into her bag, and like full on ugly crying, make her way back up.
Okay, as you walk away, Cyrus gets an opportunity attack of RP. And what does he say?
So Cyrus kind of comes to with his head just out of the water, and he calls out to Luna and says, "Luna, darling, I need you to seek the Black Resistance for those swimming lessons. And I look forward to you riding on my shoulders in the stars." And with that, thank you all.
Going full role play.
And he dies. All right, it's the bear's turn. And the bear, seeing its snack disappear, looks for the delicious cat lady in the other direction and dashes. Getting real close. Growling, looking at its delicious friend, looking at cat lady here, sniffing, growling, ready to bite. And cat lady, I hope you make it out of there. Ava, you're up.
Ava's she's shouting to Luna now. It's coming back. We can collect his body later, and she's gonna uncoil the leather rope around her waist and kind of hold it over the edge. It's a 10-foot long whip. And she's desperately beckoning to Luna to scramble up the cliff. Honestly, I think I'm gonna throw some more fire at the bear as. Oh no, I can't, because help is, yeah, okay, and I don't have any more bonus actions, I don't think. No, yeah, so that's all she can do is hold her reaction to help Luna get up the cliff before the bear reaches her.
Now you were holding that before. So when she started climbing up, does that give me like advantage on trying to climb up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's your turn, Luna.
Oh, are we just skipping Baloran since he's ran
gone.
off the map?
He's gone.
Oh,
Gotcha.
so there's just the two of us left.
Yep. Made it this far. Okay. Just climbing up.
You gotta go here to climb. So 1, 2, 3. And then roll athletics or acrobatics to climb, and you better roll good. But you do have
Love you.
advantage.
Nana, baby. Sorry, my daughter. Um, okay, so I had to roll D20. Um, you know, acrobatics is better, but at this point, I don't know if she would be as frantic-y, more sad. So I'm gonna say athletics, which I know is worse.
Well,
Unless you just want me desperately to get up and just to take that anyways, take that extra +3.
you got it with advantage, so go ahead and roll athletics.
Okay,
Let's hope
advantage.
let's hope it doesn't roll as two ones. Okay, okay. 15. You make it up. You're up there. So do you two intend to snuckle along the ledge and try to escape?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. Luz is off the map. Lauren's off the map. Think what Ava would do would, other than try and console Luna badly, is follow after Luz.
All right. Let's um so let's see, 11:40, 12:40, 12:40, 1:40. All right, so let's take a 5-minute break and
Thank
we'll
you.
gather ourselves, and then we'll have a little unpacking chat after our 5-minute break, and then we'll see where we're at with the play for the day. So I'll see you back here in 5 minutes.
All right.
All right. Coming on back. So let's process this shit. So I've run this bear encounter a few times, and there are some there have almost always been interesting outcomes to it. So this was a special one. So just to let you know about David, so he's playing in the same campaign, uh, and he joined that other one like one more session after where you guys are at. So if he had played like one more session, he would get to the point where he came in on the other campaign. So I always knew that his stay was limited until he met up with the point in the timeline that he was at, unless everybody did something totally off the charts and he was in just a totally different realm, that his stay was temporary. So we've been planning this for a couple sessions, and I was thinking maybe we should warn people because it can be upsetting, but then at the same time, the story is fucking great. The relationships are fucking great. And like, the more it feels like it's real, the more it's, at least for me as a player, I love that. Yeah, I want to hear how everybody's feeling. If they're comfortable, who feels like talking?
I do feel a little bad. I feel like I made him guilty by doing my like heart. I should probably come with a disclaimer. I am a heavy RPer, and if my character's crying, when I first said that she was crying, I was trying to hold it back because I didn't know how comfortable you guys were with it. But then when it hit that point with me heavy RPing, I ended up crying, and I'm sorry if I made y'all uncomfortable. I am completely fine.
Well, that's okay. I I know I'm having a good time when I make myself cry with my story that I'm telling. Like if I am feeling enough that I'm telling you a story and then I'm crying while I'm telling it to you, then I'm like, yes, we're doing it. Because when we do this game, we're having a seance of sorts. It's one of the reasons I like to record it, because no other game has this thing where we create a reality together. And so I want to be deep into the experience of this other reality. If I'm into the circumstances of this reality to the extent that I'm experiencing it, then I like that game. That's the game I want to be in. So you don't need to apologize for experiencing the game. That's the type of experience we're trying to deliver. The balance that I'm trying to hit is where you're not being upset as a player, but
Right.
you're experiencing something that is enjoyable, like a good movie or something.
Yeah, I felt a little bad because it looked like right there at the end, right when he was signing off, he looked like he was about to cry too. And I was like, no, 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 no. Like, don't for real cry. Like, you can cry as a character, but don't for real cry.
I don't know,
I've only go ahead.
for real crying, character crying, it just means that you're feeling the emotion.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with crying.
I just don't want him to add guilt on top of that because I know that his schedule is crazy and I don't want him to feel guilty about taking care of himself and his life. And so, as long as there's no guilt there, he can cry what he wants.
He's good. What were you gonna say, John?
I've only had one session where I came like, this close. Like I could not, we were all on Zoom and I could not look at the screen because I would have. And that was like, it was a whole dream sequence I had, or my character was having, not me, where the DM was playing the role of my deity. I was this close, but I mean, Luna didn't make me uncomfortable because it's like Jake said, it's like a 1 inch window on my second monitor, so I didn't actually notice. So don't.
Okay.
I didn't feel uncomfortable. Is what I'm trying to say. but no, I agree. I think it's good to feel that kind of stuff in the campaign. Like my Tuesday campaign, it's been going like it's also a heavy RP campaign, but it's a story driven kind of steampunk world where one of the guys is a chicken franchisee and the other guy's a lawyer, and there's a lot of like hand waving the mechanics, and stuff like that. And we were the past couple sessions we've been doing that mage trial, and I said during the session I'm really enjoying this because I'm actually scared, right? Like I don't know. I was like toe to toe with the planetar, and I don't know if I'm going to live through this. So I agree. I do like to feel stuff when I'm in the campaign, but I'm not. I can't do the emotional stuff all that well. So I just don't. So I'm just like I'm going to try and badly console Luna and then let's go. I can't do that. I'm not that good. Sorry.
Tom, what do you got to say?
I don't really mind when players cry, whether it's role play or not. I didn't really notice too much. It looked like you sniffled a little bit. It wasn't like you were over there sobbing, but it was cool to see Cyrus's player, kind of blip out right at that like really heartfelt moment. Like he was really feeling it too, but he was being you know you know whatever. But I think it was a good session. As far as wanting to know ahead of time, I don't really care either way. Players come and go all the time in a lot of campaigns. So like it doesn't really matter whether it was like last minute, like, oh hey, I can't make it to any other session forever, or if it was like, hey, I've got like four more sessions left. It's like the character is there as long as they're there, and as long as we, play the game that it plays out the way it does, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, it always not great to have players leave, but that's just the nature of the game. Sometimes.
Well, Zach is back next week. He's been traveling, so he'll be back next week. Maybe Biggs will find Baloran washed up on the shore. We'll see. But
I do really like those surprise stuff. Like I like the fact that you worked it out that he was going to die before, because I've done that with a character before, where I wanted to kill off this character in this grand fashion. And I, as the player who worked it out with the DM, and like you said, it happened organically, which was just perfect, right? Like you couldn't have. I tried to do something similar, and the party would not leave. I'm like, run, let me take care of it. And they're like, no, we're gonna stay. And I'm like, no, go. But no, I love that. I love that kind of surprise. I think it's great.
I did appreciate that pause when you were like, okay, guys, like this was the plan. I do appreciate that pause, because if that pause did not happen, I 100% was about to start bargaining with the DM, even if it made me drop a couple levels to bring him back. But knowing that it was inevitable,
Yeah,
kept me from trying to make bargains. So I did appreciate that stop to be like, hey, this is what's going on.
well, I also knew when I got to the top that I could heal him, but I was, I needed him to not be in the bear's mouth when I gave him 1d6 hit points. So I really enjoyed the way it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I played D&D is to have like a real experience with other people, and it's really difficult to duplicate that online. So, if we're emotionally engaged and we're playing a game online, then I think we're winning. We're having the we're having at least we're having the experience I want to have when playing the game. And Luna, I love your commitment to your character and your reactions, and And everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do, and now we got a naked halfling floating down the river. And I think I think I think that was too much for Luce. Luce ran away ahead of you guys, and when you went after her, she's just gone. Where is
Is Baloran gonna have to make any more like Constitution saving throws? I imagine the river wasn't like 100 feet long.
Oh, it's a long river, but it's a river that'll take you to safety.
Maybe you'll find your pants.
Maybe you'll find the prince.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
I'll
prince
find
is in his
the
pants?
Maybe.
It'll take you into the heart of the prince. Um so we're about at the 2.5 hour mark. I've got 2 hours and 40 minutes on my Zoom, and it feels like a good stopping place. Are you guys all right with that?
Oh, yeah,
Can we
yeah.
at least say what our
Oh.
next steps were to be able to start the next game at? Because I would assume at this point she's still in a panic, and her and Ava are gonna basically follow where Luce went. Um, but then after a while, after they feel safe, stop.
Well, Luce has disappeared,
Right, but just
while
in
the
the
We're
guard.
city.
headed down that path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're squeezing along that cliff, and as you follow the cliff edge along the side of a mountain, you end up getting to a place where it starts to level out and it meets the ground, and you are walking in the woods again. Baloran, before he jumped in the river, he said, "I'll meet you at the next town," and then he jumped in the river. So the people that told you what direction to go in, they told you that the camp was to the north of Krinth Atala, and that's pretty much the only village anywhere around here. So you should probably make your way towards there, having heard what Baloran said, if you want to meet up with Baloran once more. And Baloran, that river just happens to go pretty close to Krinth Well, I have some fun ideas for where you're going to be and how you're going to be there, but I think we should play them out next time. But you will be washing up near Krinth and I think you two probably will be traveling to Krinth and I'll talk to Biggs, and we'll see if Biggs is gonna be if he's gonna be over where Baloran is, or meet up with you two somehow. So we'll get that figured out. But I think that Krinth is the next destination, with Baloran having shouted that out before he swept away. All right. So if everybody's okay with it, having hit the 2.5 hours, I think we're going to move into checkouts. How many inspirations do we have right now? Who's got inspiration?
I used mine.
John, you got one? All right.
Both
So
No,
of
I
them
used
it.
mine.
we're going to do a vote between the two of them and for who gets inspiration. So what did you like about the session? What did you like that another player did? Any random feedback or thoughts that you have, and your inspo vote. And I'll flip a coin for my inspo vote. Heads for Sean, tails for John. It's tails, so that's my vote. The coins have voted for John.
What about Luna?
All right.
I already have one.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
All right, Allison, you can go first on the checkouts.
Okay. What I liked. I really appreciate that even though he was dead, he got to say final words. I really do appreciate that. Because we could have just been like, he's unconscious, he can't do anything, but instead he got to have his final little thing before going. Um, I also really enjoy the chaos that comes from Baloran of just like, please let me lose my pants. um, and I feel like at this point, Luna's definitely going to start relating to Ava a bit more, realizing this pain and discomfort. And maybe won't see her insanity as so insane. Maybe we'll start drawing on her own face. Just pick up a little something from all the party.
I have extra watercolors. We can make you super pretty.
My inspo vote. I can't always say both of you. I'm gonna say Valoran for always taking the worst option. Because you could try to maximize an OP and you're like, no, give me garbage. Like,
Thanks.
random feedback. I don't think I have any random feedback. I think we went through that with the whole death conversation.
I want to tell you a quick story before we do the other two. So I made up this program where I tutor kids with D&D, and part of it is almost therapy. And in order for them to re-roll, they have to do something that's specifically related to what that kid is like. And this bear encounter is really high stakes. So they cashed in all of their things so they could re-roll to try to escape this bear. So this one kid, he, in order to successfully hide in the stinky plants, he engaged in positive self-talk about himself publicly and was like, I'm a smart person, I work hard, this and that. And then this other kid, his thing to re-roll was to tell the rest of the group a story in which he to be vulnerable with the rest of the group. And so he's told a story about an experience that scared him so that he could re-roll and try to get away from the bear. And then there was this guy who kept failing his rolls and he had no inspiration left and nothing, and he couldn't hide and the bear was going to get him. So one of the other kids, an 8-year-old kid, gave him his inspiration so he could roll one more time. And so that was him thinking about others and being generous and stuff. But when he gave it to him, he also said, I'm going to give this to you, but when I do, I want you to stop beating up people and shaking them down for money and being evil. And so like developed his own moral compass and stood up for his beliefs in the game as he saved the other kid. So the bear encounter in that situation was like was really awesome to see go down. So I love running this. And also one time I ran it for some players and they all hated it and were pretty mad. So you never know what's going to happen. All right, Sean, you're up.
All right, hit me with the questions again.
Something you liked about the session, something you liked that another player did, any random feedback, and inspo vote.
I'm gonna vote for John because you have to. Can't vote for yourself. This is not right. But I would say like about the session, I like the fact that you planned for Cyrus to die and then it happened without trying.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
close.
always, well, I mean, you know,
If I had said that because you fall face down in the water, you fail one of your death saves, then he would have rolled a 1 and failed both of his 2 more death saves, and it would have happened exactly. It would have happened naturally, completely naturally. So it was lucky.
Yeah. Snap your neck and drown, I guess. Terrible way to go, especially for a hippo. So there was a lot to like about this session for other players. Luna going all the way with role play, literally crying over Cyrus's death. Eva doing absolutely everything to save Cyrus, and try and like be, a part of the party, and just setting things on fire constantly. I mean, pigs, the earth, gas, doesn't matter. Just burn it. I love that strategy. Sometimes it just works. You have a hammer, the whole world's a nail. Um, I love whatever that globe is. I don't know if it's like a wild magic thing or like a wand of wonder just looks like something else. Like I don't know, but it's cool. I love it. I also love the fact that Cyrus gave up like 5 of his actions to like maybe use it.
Yeah, I was like, just use it, bro. Jeez.
I also like that Luna was hesitant to take the globe because her character didn't know about it. And I think that's really cool to be like, you have that knowledge as a player, but you refuse to use it. You only took the globe because you had to, because everybody was like, loot the body.
But
Of
you're a
course,
cat.
Lauren saying
Cat
that is
lady.
like
And it's
down the
shiny, and it's in his hand, and it's a ball. It's a shiny ball in his hand, and you're a cat lady.
cat burglar.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, just everything went really, really cool today. I think one of my favorite things is like everything worked out, but only halfway. So like everything worked, but it only worked a little bit. So and then random feedback, just like like they said, it's great that you pause the game and you're like, listen, he's gotta die. That was just really good, rather than just being like, for some reason the healing spell is actually poisonous today. But yeah, this is a really good session. Oh, also, I really liked that the bear was technically unbeatable, because almost every game of D&D I played, like it's always like the monster is like technically killable, like, and it's never really been like, for as all the games that I've played, it's never really been that high of stakes where like you're pretty much gonna die if you fight. I like that.
Awesome. Yeah, the bear stats are challenge rating 7, and it's got triple multi attack and like 125 hit points, and you guys are not going to
I did 9 damage to it.
Yeah, you guys are not going to take it down at this level. Yeah, I really enjoyed everybody's creativity in this session. The fire on the boars and the use of silent image. I love illusion spells. And Baloran's use of cause fear to keep the bear from moving towards the party and readying the action to use it again if the bear failed. I think this is definitely like the smartest set of responses to the bear that I've seen. And I celebrate that. John, you're up.
Yeah, well, I
or
was going to echo what Sean said. I love players that build a wall between what the player knows and what the character knows, right? I really enjoy that, and the way Cyrus suddenly saw the second bear and didn't know it was an illusion. Um, so that was great. I thought the encounter was really fun, and you know, we said in the session zero, I love that kind of tactical combat, right? Like I don't like just the roly stabby, and I loved everyone's creativity in you know, with the illusion and with the taunting of the bear, um, and yeah, and uh, Luna playing her character, who would be obviously, I mean, we've seen them. I've only been here for, well, this is my third session, and I've seen how close they've become. And I think, you know, the way she played Luna um, was really in character, as you know, as far as jumping down the waterfall and dragging them out of the water and stuff like that. So that was great. I was going to give my vote to Sean anyways, even though he's the only one I can vote for, you know, pretty much single-handedly saving the party. uh, uh, yeah, I was surprised at how brave he was for, is it, no, he's a halfling. Yeah, no, so that was great. And great use of the fear spell to, I mean, that fight could have gone either way, right? But I liked the suspense. I liked, you know, the difficult decisions that we all had to make. You know, which way do we go? Like, I thought the encounter was really well done, right? Because you had all these different paths we could have taken. Um, and even, you know, even when I was climbing up the waterfall, I had to make that difficult decision. Do I try and get to the top and then heal him? Do I jump down and use, you know, lay on hands? Like what do I do? So yeah. Oh wait, what else? So yeah, no, I thought it was a great. I really liked the encounter, and I liked the way you played. You did a good job of playing the encounter, right? You made it clear that it wasn't a fight we could win, but you didn't. You let us be that creative, right? That stuff where you can't do it in a video game. Yeah, you can cast fire and the bear will just walk around it in a video game, right? Like, or you can cast an illusion and the bear will just go right through it. I like that you let us be, you know, express that level of creativity. I thought that was great. And yeah, so I've already done that. Inspiration vote goes to Sean. Any feedback? No, I think I covered that. So yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a public roll because the votes are tied. So even is Sean and odd is John. Odd is John. John's got the inspiration. So we got,
I will use it to find his pants.
somehow his,
they're a long way from home.
I do have that watercolor set. Maybe I can just paint your legs teal.
perfect. Yeah, so all right, so we're back in a week. We'll have Biggs. We'll find out what kind of adventure he's been on. Anybody's got anything to talk about, hit me up during the week. And good times, lots of fun. That was fun. See you soon.
Have a good
Thanks,
night,
guys.
everybody.
Have a good night, morning. Bye.
Peace.